Hello everyone, I welcome all of you to my channel Knowledge Center. Myself Om Kumar and today we will discuss our next part of IIT JEE series. So इससे पहले जो हमारा पार्ट 10 था, पार्ट 10 में हमने डिस्कस किया था हमारा टॉपिक एनसीईआरटी सॉल्यूशन फॉर द टॉपिक मोशन इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. सो अगर आप लोगों ने पार्ट 10 को नहीं देखा है तो उसका लिंक मैं यहाँ पर डाल दूंगा, आप वहां से पार्ट 10 को देख सकते हैं. ओके, एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन, इफ यू लाइक माय वीडियोस प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल. एंड हमारा आज का टॉपिक है प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन. सो नाउ लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद आवर टुडेस टॉपिक. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर हमारे पास कोई एक ऐसा ऑब्जेक्ट हो और उस ऑब्जेक्ट को हम लोग किसी थीटा एंगल से प्रोजेक्ट करें विद द हॉरिजॉन्टल, एंड इफ आई एम सेइंग जो हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट है उसका इनिशियल स्पीड u है. सो इस u के दो कंपोनेंट हो जाएंगे. एक होगा आपका x कंपोनेंट विच इज u cos थीटा एंड दूसरा होगा हमारा y कंपोनेंट दैट विल बी u sin थीटा. ओके, एंड जो एक्सेलरेशन होगा इन x डायरेक्शन दैट विल बी जीरो. दैट मीन्स इसका जो वेलोसिटी होगा, वेलोसिटी इन x डायरेक्शन दैट रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट हियर, दैट रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. ओके, और जो एक्सेलरेशन होगा इन द y डायरेक्शन दैट इज नेगेटिव ऑफ g which is acceleration due to gravity that we all know. Acceleration due to gravity. Okay, and we are neglecting air resistance. We are neglecting air resistance here. Okay everyone, so we can say that the initial velocity in x direction that will be u cos theta, or we can say ux, and the acceleration in the x direction that will be zero. Okay, and the horizontal velocity that remains constant, that remains unchanged. And at time t, x coordinate or the displacement along the x direction, because as we know that x is equal to ut plus half at square. So if we are discussing x in horizontal direction, so what we can say, u will become u cos theta into t and plus 0. So we can say that x is equal to x cos theta into t, that is the x coordinate or displacement along x direction at any time t. And regarding the vertical motion, as we can say here, that initial velocity of the particle that will be u sin theta, and the acceleration due to gravity which is the vertical direction acceleration which is negative of z, and at time t the vertical speed that is vy is equal to uy minus gt, because we know that v is equal to u plus at. So in y direction it will be equal to uy minus zt, and we know that uy is equal to u sin theta and minus z into t. So we can say that u sin theta minus zt. And displacement in vertical direction, that is y is equal to uyt minus half gt square. Okay, so we can say that uy will be equal to u sin theta t minus 1 by 2 gt square. So we can say that the net initial velocity which is u, and we know that u is equal to ux I cap plus uy j cap, and that will be equal to u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap. And the net acceleration that is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap, that is equal to minus g of j cap. Okay everyone, now if we discuss regarding the coordinate of the particle at any time t, that will be in terms of x and y. So we can say that x is equal to uxt and y is equal to uyt minus half gt square. So what will be our net displacement here? So that will be equal to root over x square plus y square. And velocity of the particle at any time t, that we know vx I cap plus vy j cap. So we can say that vx I cap will be equal to ux I cap and vy j cap is equal to uy minus gt j cap. So that will be equal to u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta minus gt into j cap. So what will be the magnitude? That will be equal to root over vx square plus vy square. And if angle made by the velocity v with the ground is alpha, if you can see the previous slide here, if I can show you, so you can see that it makes an angle alpha with the horizontal. Okay, and that is what we are discussing in the next slide. So if the angle made by velocity with the ground is alpha, then tan alpha is equal to Vy by Vx. That will be equal to Uy minus gt divided by Ux, or we can say that U sin theta minus gt divided by U cos theta, and that is equal to tan theta minus gt upon U cos theta. Now, when particle return to ground against at B point, okay, so its y coordinate is 0 and the magnitude of its velocity is u at an angle theta with the ground. So we can say that the total angular change is 2 theta. Now, initial velocity that we know, which is equal to u cos theta plus u sin theta, and final velocity is equal to u cos theta minus u sin theta, j cap. Okay, so if we want to find out the total change in its velocity, that is del v, so that is equal to 2u sin theta, and total change in its momentum. So as we know that momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So m into del v, that is equal to 2mu sin theta. Okay. And now if we want to find out the time of flight, that is the total time taken by the particle from point A to B. So at time t, the particle will be at ground, as we know. So that is the displacement along the y-axis becomes 0. So we can say that y is equal to uyt minus half gt square, and that is 0 is equal to uyt minus half gt square is equal to 0. So t is equal to 2uy upon g, that is 2u sin theta by g, that is our time of flight. And if you divide this t by the value 2, that will give you time of ascent and time of descent. Okay, so that is equal to u sin theta by g, because this 2 will get cancelled. So at t by 2, object is at maximum height. Okay everyone. Now, so if we find out the maximum height attained, so at maximum height we know that the uy will be equal to 0. The vy will be equal to 0. So according to the formula, vy square is equal to uy square minus 2gy. So we can say 0 is equal to uy square minus 2gh. So h is equal to uy square divided by 2g, that is u square sin square theta divided by 2g. And now to find out the range, as we know, x is equal to uxt, and you know that r is equal to uxt. So ux and the time is equal to 2uy upon g. So our ux, which is u cos theta, uy, which is u sin theta, divided by g. So that is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, because we know that 2 sin theta into cos theta gives you sin 2 theta. So 2 cos theta into sin theta will give you sin 2 theta divided by g. Okay. And to find out the maximum range, so if you see the formula, if we want to find out the theta angle at which our range will be maximum, so we know that the theta value is 90 degree. So when theta is 90, so we can say that for the maximum range, theta should be equal to 45, because 45 into 2, that will give you 90 degrees. So R max is equal to u square sin 2 into 45 divided by g, that is u square sin 90 by g is equal to u square by g. Okay. Now we are comparing the two projectiles of equal ranges. You can see we have two projectiles, 1 and 2, and both of them have the equal ranges. So when two projectiles are thrown with the equal speed, okay, both have the same speed u and u, at an angle theta and 90 minus theta, so then their range are equal, but maximum height attained are different and time of flight are also different. Okay everyone. So if you are projecting two projectiles at an angle theta and 90 minus theta at the same speed, then both will cover same range, but their height and time of flight will be different. Okay. Now, so at an angle theta, as we know that r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, and at angle 90 minus theta, let's say it is r dash, so that will be equal to u square sin 2 90 minus theta divided by g, and which is equal to u square sin 180 minus 2 theta divided by g, and again it will be equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, that is equal to r. So we can say r dash is equal to r. And maximum height of the projectile, so as we know that h is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g, and h dash, that is u square sin square 90 minus theta divided by 2g, that is equal to u square cos square theta by 2g. So if we just divide both of them, h divided by h dash, so we will get tan square theta. Okay, and if you multiply both of them, h into h dash, so that will give you r square divided by 16. How? You can see just after multiplying this, we got the value u square sin square theta cos square theta upon 4g square, and that is equal to r square upon 16. And from here we can find out r also. So r is equal to 4 root over h into h dash. And if we just add both of them, h plus h dash, so you will get u square sin square theta by 2g plus u square cos square theta by 2g, and that will give you u square by 2g. Okay everyone? Now it's time for time of flight. So as we know, t is equal to 2u sin theta by g, and t dash, that will be equal to 2u sin 90 minus theta by g, that will be equal to 2u cos theta by g. And if you just divide both of them, t by t dash, that will give you tan theta value. Okay, you can see here how we are doing that. And after multiplication, t into t dash, that will give you 2r upon g. Okay, so you can see from here, because g is a constant value, so we can see that t into t dash is directly proportional to r. And now we have to find out the equation of the trajectory. So as we know that x is equal to ux into t, or we can say u cos theta t, and y is equal to uyt minus half gt square. So from here we can find out t value, that is equal to x upon u cos theta. So y is equal to u sin theta minus half gt square, and on the place of t we can put the value of x upon u cos theta. So you will get y is equal to x tan theta minus half g x square upon u square cos square theta. So you can see here, that is, this is the equation of parabola. So we can say that projectile follow a parabolic path. And again, y is equal to x tan theta into 1 minus gx upon 2u square sin theta cos theta is equal to x tan theta into 1 minus x upon r. Okay everyone, I hope it is clear to all of you, and if you have some doubt, you can post it down in the comment section. Okay all of you? Now you can see regarding the ke of a projectile. So we know k is equal to half into velocity, half into mass into velocity, half mv square, okay, velocity square. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Okay, so let a body is projected with velocity u at an angle theta. So k is equal to half mu square, and velocity of the projectile at maximum height is u cos theta, as we know. And at highest point, k is equal to half mu cos theta square, that is k naught cos square theta, and we can say that this is our maximum ke during the whole motion. And we have some golden key points here, and I request you, please maintain the notes, that will help you in future. So first of all, at maximum height, Vy is equal to 0, as we all know, and Vx is equal to Ux is equal to u cos theta, so that at maximum height, V is equal to u cos theta, and that is what we have said at the top here. And at maximum height, angle between acceleration is 90 degree. Velocity and acceleration is 90 degree. So we can say that magnitude of velocity at height h, which is Vy square is equal to uy square minus 2gh. So we can find out here, which is equal to u sin theta square minus 2gh, and the magnitude, that will be equal to root over vx square plus vy square, and that will be equal to root over u square minus 2gh. And regarding the time of flight, as we have discussed earlier, t is equal to 2uy upon g, that is 2u sin theta by g. So h is equal to uy square divided by 2g. So r is equal to 2ux uy upon g. So we can say t and h depends only upon initial vertical speed, that is uy here. And if two projectiles thrown in a different direction, they have equal time of flight, then their initial vertical speeds are same, so that their maximum height are also same. So we can say if HA is equal to HB, then UYA is equal to UYB, and we can say that TA is equal to TB. Okay everyone? And now we have one question here. So we have thrown one projectile at an angle 45 degree from the horizontal and its initial velocity is u, range is r max which is r, and height is h. So r max is equal to u square upon g and h is equal to u square sin square 45 upon 2g, that is equal to u square upon 4g. So r max is equal to 4h, or we can say 4 into maximum height attained. Now we have our next term here, that is when r is equal to h. In this case, if I am saying that r is equal to h, so we know that r is equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta in upon g, and h is equal to u square sin square theta upon 2g. Okay, and r upon h, that will give you 4 cot theta. It will give you 4 cot theta. So we can say that 1 is equal to 4 cot theta. So tan theta is equal to 4. So theta is equal to tan inverse 4. That is equal to 76 degrees. Okay, when r is equal to h, so we can say theta is equal to 76 degrees. Okay everyone. Now, so we have few questions here regarding the projectile motion. A projectile is thrown with a speed u making an angle theta with the horizontal at t is equal to 0. It just crosses 2 points of equal height at the time t is equal to 1 and t is equal to 3 seconds. See, it is passing equal height at the 2 time intervals 1 and 3 seconds. So we have to calculate the maximum height attained by it. First of all, we will find out displacement in the y direction. So y is equal to uy plus 1. I'm sorry, uy into 1, not plus 1 because time is 1 here. So uy into 1 minus half g into 1 square, that is the y at time 1. And it is given that height is same at time 3 also. So we can say is equal to uy into 3 minus half g into 3 square. So we can say uy is equal to 20 meters per second. And we know that maximum height is equal to uy square upon 2g, and that will be equal to 20 meters. Okay. Now we have our next question here. A stone is to be thrown so as to cover a horizontal distance of 3 meters. If the velocity of the projectile is 7 meters per second, we have to find the angle at which is must be thrown and b the largest horizontal displacement that is possible with the projectile or with the projection a speed of 7 meters per second. So range is given which is u square sin square 2 theta upon g, that is equal to, we can say sin 2 theta is equal to gr upon u square, which is 9.8 into 3 divided by 7 square is equal to 0.6. So theta will be equal to 18.5 degrees, and angle of projection may also be equal to 90 minus theta that we discussed earlier. So that is 71.5 degrees. So we have two possibilities. So r max, that is r max is possible when theta is equal to 45. So we can say r max is equal to u square upon g, which is 5 meters. Okay everyone. Now, and we have two more questions here. Question says two projectiles are projected at an angle theta and pi by 2 minus theta to the horizontal respectively with same speed 20 meters per second. One of them rises 10 meters higher than other. Find the angle of projection and take this equal to 10 meters per second square. So maximum height h is equal to u square sin square theta upon 2g, that is equal to 20 sin square theta, and h2 is equal to u square sin square pi by 2 minus theta divided by 2g is equal to 20 cos square theta. It is given h2 minus h1, if you just subtract both of them, that will be equal to 20 cos square theta minus sin square theta, and it is given that 10 meter higher, so it's equal to 10 is equal to 20 cos 2 theta, that is theta is equal to 30 degrees. Now we have the next question here. A boy stands 78.4 meters away from a building and throws a ball which just enters a window at maximum height 39.2 meters above the ground. So calculate the velocity of projection of the ball. So first of all, maximum height formula we have, according to that, u square sin square theta divided by 2g is equal to 9.2 meter. So range is equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g, and from here we can find out our theta value. So we can say that if we just divide height and range h by r, so we will get here tan value That is tan theta is equal to 1. So theta will be equal to 45 degrees. So R will be equal to u square sine 2 into 45 divided by g. That is equal to 39.2 meters per second. So I hope you all have got it, and if you have some doubt, you can reach out to me with the help of the comment section. I request all of you, please take the notes also, and if you have some doubt, once again, you can reach out to me. So everyone, take care of yourself and keep learning. We can meet again, and bye for now, because I feel together we can make a difference. Bye everyone, take care.